In order to study the element of culture through communication ethics, we must first begin by defining what we are looking to explore. Culture is the background context that gives meaning and identity to our interactions with the world around us, and is a sum of the collective traditions, stories, and practices that guide our various journeys. Belonging to a particular culture means that certain aspects of our lives are shared mutually with other members. Naturally, studying culture also highlights difference between groups of individuals who do not share a common cultural denominator. When we communicate with others, we bring to the table background and experiences that manifest in our dialogue and in our exchanges. Culture can be considered as the shaping force behind people and their communities. Intercultural communication ethics presupposes that the good of culture is its ability to shape and influence individuals, and also examines the implications of this fact. Studying culture is important for many reasons. We live in an increasingly diverse world that demands interaction and communication across countries and cultures. A globalized economy means that we have regularly encountered others who may have values that are quite different from ours. Acknowledgement of cultural difference opens up the possibility of effective communication regardless of difference. We should also recognize the difference between intercultural communication and cross-cultural communication. In our study of intercultural communication, we are focusing on the communicative interaction between individuals of different cultural backgrounds. In considering the effects that culture has on communication, the terms mediator and moderator are introduced to describe the level of influence that culture has on a communication exchange. The presence of culture can take the role of either, but in both instances the presence of cultural cues affects the interaction between individuals of different cultural backgrounds. Another key component in the study of culture is the difference between individualist and collectivist societies. A cultural background with an individualist focus occupies a different social framework than one with a collectivist foundation. These two frameworks place different emphasis on the role of the individual in society and the level of engagement with fellow community members. The study of culture through a communication ethics lens serves to protect and promote the good of intercultural communication that places value on the recognition of a multiplicity of perspectives and opinions and the acknowledgement of the validity of each. The ultimate goal of intercultural communication is learning. Agreement is not necessary in order to still facilitate meaningful discourse across cultural divides. Constructive conversation allows the discovery of commonalities where they exist and embraces difference in perspective and opinion. It's easy to remain immersed in one's own culture. The term indweller is used to describe the culture an individual inhabits through birthright. The risk of remaining an indweller is the tendency to become unreflective toward cultural diversity and therefore miss out on learning opportunities. Culture can be viewed as a guide by which we begin to understand how individuals arrive at ethical choices and decisions. The journey to understanding culture requires us to be open to the unusual or the unexpected, which seem as such simply because they are different from the cultural norms we subscribe to. Culture stands as a deeper form of language. Before we open our mouths to speak to one another, our cultural backgrounds are already at work formulating assessments and creating interpretations of events according to our own particular worldviews.
Good morning, coaches. How are you? I'm Gary Bertier, the only All-American you got on this team. You want any of us to play for you, you reserve half the open positions for having players. Half the offense, half the special teams. We don't need any of your people on defense. We're already set. Don't need none of my people. All right, listen up. I want everybody off the bus. Let's go. Follow me. Everybody. Let's go right now. All right. Everybody off the bus. Listen up. I don't care if you're black,
us sit together. Get comfortable too. Because the person that I have to sit next to is the same one that you'll be rooming with for the duration of this camp. Shut up. I don't want to see your smiling, shoving all your missile show singing on this bus.
You too. Got that right.
You can shut up too.
Does the term cruel and unusual punishment mean anything to you? What are y'all doing? 44 staff, you're supposed to know your job. Campbell, you're playing selfish show-off football. Hold your man down.
Don't you single me out like that? You think I'm stupid or something?
Listen, I'm the team captain, and I don't need you up on my face all the time. It's your turn, boy.
Why should I give a hoot about you? Huh? Or anybody else out there?
Nobody plays, yourself included. I'm supposed to wear myself out for the team? What team?
No. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look out for myself and I'm going to get mine.
Anybody know what this place is? It's Gettysburg. This is where they fought the Battle of Gettysburg. You listen. Take a lesson from the dead. If we don't come together right now on this hollow ground, we too will be destroyed. Just like that. I don't care if you like each other or not, but you will respect each other.
Get up! Get up! Get up! Keep that head up! Hands up! You go speed through! Everything we're going to do is change. We are changed. We're going to change the way we run. We're going to change the way we eat. We're going to change the way we block. We're going to change the way we tackle. We're going to change the way we win.
Remember the Titans uses a sports team metaphor to explore the initial culture clash experienced by the newly integrated Titans football team in a suburb of Washington, D.C. in the early 1970s. As illustrated in the film clip, racial tension between team members hampered their ability to operate as a functional team. As the players took the time to learn more about one another and their cultural backgrounds, hostility decreased and the team was able to move forward through cooperative effort. As ethical communicators, we are required to remember a few things about communication across cultures, including the implications that cultural background brings to conversation and action. Additionally, extending ourselves to learn about other cultures expands our own personal boundaries and may even lead to insights about our own culture itself.